going on, everybody? As you can see, the 8T is back on the bench. It is time to start part 1 of the small upgrades I have planned for my 8T RTR Truggy. Now, eventually I am going to change the engine in this, but for the time being I want to do small changes to see what I can do to boost the performance out of the stock Dynamite .28 that comes with the 8T RTR. So the first of 3 things showed up today, so we will take a look at that. Pop this open. A lot of packaging. Now, just for backup, I just got a couple glow plugs just to keep on hand. Keep a couple extra. And then I got a new pipe. Now, the pipe I went with is the Dynamite mid-range pipe, hard anodized pipe. It is part number, so Dynamite Platinum. Let me zoom in on this. Dynamite Platinum 053 MR. So it's a mid-range pipe. I think it should do pretty decent on the Dynamite engine. Now, there are other choices of pipes, obviously, for this truck. I went with a Dynamite. Simple reason, because I'm trying to keep this on a budget. I'm not trying to spend a ton of money on this truck. I want to see what I can do budget-wise for this truck. So this pipe was $53. I think it should make definitely a difference compared to what the stock pipe does. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to do a before and after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the truck. I'm going to let it idle. That we'll hear it idle for a second. Then I'm going to do a couple of acceleration tests and a couple of speed runs. First, I'll do it with the stock pipe, and then I'll redo it, and I will do it with the Dynamite pipe, and we'll be able to see a difference. So hopefully we get some good takes. Hopefully we see some good comparisons, and we'll go from there. So right now, I'm just going to pop this pipe on, and we'll see what it looks like. So hang on one second, guys. All right, guys, it's on. I think it looks a lot better. I'm hoping that it performs better, but we'll see. So the reason, again, I went with this pipe is I'm looking for performance on a budget. This pipe was very affordable. It was, I believe it was $56. Part number, if you're interested, is DYNP 5003. That's the part number. So we'll see how this does. First video, we're going to start this thing up. We're going to do a comparison test. First, we're going to run it stock. Then we're going to run it with this pipe. We're going to do an idle comparison. We're going to do an acceleration comparison. And then we're going to just do a couple speed runs and things like that. We're going to see if we gained any performance out of this pipe. So without further ado, let's fire this thing up. First one is the stock one. Guys, so that was the video. Little comparison between the Dynamite Platinum and the stock losi pipe. Truck definitely has more high end, has great mid-range. Was trying to pick the front up a couple times. Was really trying to balloon those tires and trying to lift them. I do have 100K in the center. I did change that to 100K, but being that it's an RTR, and it's only a 2-gear diff, it's not a 4-gear diff, it's only 2-gear, it doesn't really benefit from the oil as much as a 4-gear diff would. So if I really wanted to plant the power, I would really have to upgrade this to a 4-gear diff, but who knows, in the future that might happen. Like I said, eventually I am going to put a bigger engine. I'm not going to hide what engine I'm going to put in this thing eventually. Eventually I am going to put in an LRP 32X is what I will put in this truck. For now, I'm going to stick with this. I do have another thing coming for part 2 of what I'm going to do to this engine. For some of you crazy nitro guys who are looking to unleash horsepower from an engine, you guys probably already know what I have coming. So leave a comment below if you have an idea of what you think I have coming. So overall, very pleased. The one thing I'm going to have to do that I didn't think about, that I like and dislike, is obviously just the stinger on this is just a simple little stinger. On the Dynamite pipe, it's reinforced. It has a reinforced stinger to really keep it from bending that. The only problem with that it gets in the way of the body, so you really can't get the body on. So unfortunately, I am going to have to trim that. The only other thing I could do is I could push the pipe in, but I'd rather not. I'd rather keep it as far away from the tank as possible. This is as far away as I can get it, so I'd rather just trim the body just a little bit to accommodate the larger stinger. But overall, very happy. So again, not a lot done to this truck. I just have the Proline Badlands, the Dynamite pipe, changed the center diff oil to 100K, and I added the Team Losi Racing wheel nuts. Again, they look cool, but as I said in the last video, it's because they had those knurled nuts and they really grab onto the wheels much better. And in case you're wondering, both of these videos, both of these runs were done with 3011 Byron's fuel. That's the fuel I'm running now. So with that said, we'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy. Stay tuned for part 2.